4 signs you are dealing with someone who secretly wants to destroy you. Welcome to Stoic philosophy for life, where silence builds strength, discipline shapes destiny, and wisdom leads the way. There is a kind of enemy that never raises a fist, never hurls a public insult, never declares their war aloud. They smile, they speak softly, they praise you in public, but in silence, they sharpen daggers. This is not a battle of weapons or obvious conflict. This is a quieter war, waged in whispers, glances, manipulation, subtle sabotage. And if you are not aware, if your mind is not trained, your soul not guarded, you will fall. Not by their hands, but by your own unpreparedness. At Stoic Philosophy for Life, we do not respond to hidden enemies with paranoia. We respond with clarity, with restraint, with inner discipline. Because the man who is trained in Stoic philosophy does not crumble under pressure. He becomes harder. Here are 4 signs that someone in your life may secretly want to see you fall, and how to respond not with vengeance, but with victory. They thrive in your chaos. A man who seeks to destroy you rarely does so directly. Instead, he throws confusion into your atmosphere like smoke into a room. He plants questions, distorts truth, and breaks your inner calm. He doesn't want to fight you. He wants to disorient you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. And so, those who fear your strength fear your stillness. They may not scream at you, they won't attack you, but when they are near, your mind becomes clouded. Your thoughts become unsure. Your emotions no longer belong to you. If your peace erodes in someone's presence, that is not coincidence. It is corrosion. This is not the moment to shout. It is the moment to step back, to assess, and to retreat, not in fear, but in strategy. We do not fight fire with fire. We extinguish it with stone. We remove chaos by removing the source, quietly, without drama, without hatred. That is Stoic strength. They mock your virtue, then mimic it at first. They will laugh at your discipline. They will call you robotic, cold, too serious. They will joke about your early mornings, your controlled speech, your self-restraint. They call it rigid until it becomes respected. And then something strange happens. They begin to mimic you. They quote the same books, they repeat the same wisdom. They pretend to live the same principles, but not from reverence, from rivalry. As Seneca warned, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, living for appearance, not for action. These people wear your principles like costumes, but the test is always in the silence. You hold your strength quietly. They flaunt borrowed character loudly. You endure. They perform. You will know them by this. They imitate strength, but crumble in discipline. They admire your image, but resent your essence. And when they realize they cannot replicate your calm, they will try to tarnish it. They fear what they cannot become. And when envy grows, so does sabotage. Let them copy your walk. But never let them enter your mind. They seek not your defeat, but your reaction. The most dangerous enemy does not always want to see you fail. They want to see you lose your center. They want the explosion, the outburst, the uncontrolled moment, because in that moment they feel powerful. Epictetus once said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize your mind is complicit in the provocation." Understand this. No one can drag you into chaos unless you let go of your anchor. They will test your boundaries. They will push until you snap. They will bait you, not to destroy you, but to make you destroy yourself. And that's when you must remember, your calm is not weakness. It is the most terrifying force they have ever encountered. Don't raise your voice. Don't respond to lies. Don't fight shadows. Instead, out-silence them. Out-discipline them. Outlast them, because noise cannot reach a man who no longer reacts, only acts. They disguise control as concern. Not all enemies look like enemies. Some appear as friends, helpers, advisors. But listen closely, and you will hear the rot beneath the velvet. They'll ask, "Are you sure you're okay?" Not to comfort, but to implant doubt. They'll offer advice and not to uplift, but to remind you that you need them. These are not people who want your growth. They want your dependence. True concern builds strength. False concern builds cages. Musonius. Rufus said, "The truly good man is not the one who does no wrong, but the one who wishes to do none." The destroyer disguised as a friend does not wish to harm you directly. He simply wishes to keep you small, to clip your wings under the illusion of protection. But you will know him by one thing. In his presence, your clarity dims. Your confidence shrinks. You question yourself, and this is the signal. Not to argue, not to confront, but to step away, coldly, clearly, cleanly, because not every battle requires engagement. Some victories require only distance. The Stoic response: when you recognize these signs, you do not panic. You do not retaliate. You rise. You rise by mastering yourself more deeply. You rise by making your silence louder than their chaos. You rise by becoming so disciplined that no false friend, no subtle enemy can touch your peace. This is not pride. This is not revenge. This is Stoic philosophy in action. We do not expose our enemies. We expose our discipline. We do not need justice from them. We build such order within that nothing they do can dislodge it. Your strength is not in fighting them. Your strength is in not needing to fight at all. Final thought. If you feel someone around you carries quiet destruction beneath polite words, remember, you do not need to declare war. You need to declare mastery over yourself. Cut off the chaos. Walk away from the deception. Refuse to shrink in the presence of false concern. You were not made to be prey. You were made to be precise. And the man who is precise, he sees. He understands, and he outgrows everything that once tried to destroy him. This is Stoic philosophy for life, where we don't just speak of peace. We become the kind of men who cannot be robbed of it. If this message resonated with something deep inside you, don't just listen, live it. Subscribe for more. Not to follow the noise, but to master the silence. Because we are not here to run from the storm. We are here to become it.